Welcome, students. Let's talk about the meaning of clean code. What exactly clean code means? To the simplest form, it refers to the style of writing the code that is going to help us achieve three things. One is the code is easy to read. Second, the code is easy to understand. And third, the code is easy to maintain. Let's try to understand why these three topics are important. When you write a piece of code and it is not properly readable, which means anyone coming new to your project will have difficulty to start delivering value or contributing value to your project. He or she needs to go and get adapted to different kinds of or different ways in which the different pieces of code are written, which is just a waste of time. Hence, if your project or team is following a clean code policy or some standards and guidelines to write clean code, then the person who joins the project is already aware of that particular standards and guidelines that is being followed in his industry and that is exactly being followed in your project. So the person will find it very easy to pick up the code and start delivering value. Also, if the code is easy to read, then it helps in doing the quick review of the code and the reviewer will be able to easily give some review comments. Next point is code is easy to understand. This is again coming back to the point one. If the code is easy to read and understand, it is already helping you as a new developer to start delivering value and as a reviewer to start giving good review comments and based on these things overall productivity will increase. But if a code is very complex to understand and it's written in non-readable format, it's only going to cost time to your project, eventually leading to waste of money. The last point is code should be easy to maintain. This is very important. When you start with any project, the project is very small at the start, but eventually the project grows into tens and thousands of lines of codes. And it's not only going to stay in one small repository, but it spans across multiple small projects and it can be in real time scenario range from 10 to 50 small projects and each comprising of tens and thousands of lines of code. In that kind of scenario, if the code is not following certain standard, then it will be really very difficult to maintain the code when the project complexity increases. Which means that if the code is not properly written, following any kind of standards, then even to change a small functionality in an existing code, it will be very difficult to make sure that you are not introducing a new bug or you're not breaking an existing functionality. It will be also very difficult to test the new piece of changes that you have done. Hence, if we have a proper clean code principle followed, then these kind of problems would not be coming that frequently because the code is following a certain level of plug and play modularity and standards. And following that, when you do a new change, you understand where exactly these things will impact, and you, while doing the change, take care of those aspects as well. Hence, it is very important that the code is easy to maintain. So, again, clean code refers to style of writing code which helps us achieve code readability, understandability, and maintainability. And the ultimate goal is to develop a software that works functionally and is also readable, maintainable, and efficient through its life cycle. And when we say efficient, it should be efficient in terms of performance, in terms of security, in terms of quality, and also in terms of the time and effort that goes into building that software. So all these aspects come into picture when you're working in a real world project and you encounter these scenarios when the project slowly grows to a bigger project. And during that span, many people, many developers or team members, they join and leave the project. So you are left with code that, if it is good enough, it can easily explain the new people what it means and they will start delivering value. And that avoids going through lots and lots of documentation and writing lots and lots of documentation about certain piece of code. There are many other important things that you can talk about why clean code is important, but these are some of the key and crucial points that one must remember while writing code. Thank you.